Yeah, everybody. Welcome to episode 1 of The Goke Is It, spelled Goke. And I'm the Goke, Jason Goke, coming at you directly from my kitchen. So I am formerly from the podcast Three Gweeds and a Goke, which you can still find wherever you get your podcasts. Now, people wonder why we haven't done the show anymore. Well, unfortunately, folks, life happens, as we all know, and other commitments in our life, and we just weren't able to do the show. But trust me, I talk to the guys every day. We're all still great friends. So it's just maybe we'll get the show back together one of these days. But for right now, I'm doing this own project. Now, what is this show about? This show is going to be about sports, movies, music, food, all the things that we love in life and everything that makes life worth living. Now, when it comes to me, what I love is obviously the New York Football Giants. Playoffs, baby. Yeah. Yankees, Knicks, Rangers, Syracuse. Still love Syracuse. But I do love Ohio State football. My friends still give me some flack about it, especially what happened against Georgia. But I still love Buckeye football. All the other sports, that's fine, whatever. But there's something special about Ohio State football. And if you ever get a chance, head to Columbus, Ohio to see a football game at the stadium. It's an experience like no other. Now, what this show is going to be about, especially this episode, is the NFL playoffs, which is America's passion. And when you have a passion, people want to talk about it. And I'm going to talk about it. So what we have right now is going to be my playoff preview. Now, you can take it, you can leave it. Maybe leave us a comment in the comments below to let me know what you think about it. But for right now, for the wild card round, we have Miami at Buffalo. We have Baltimore at Cincinnati. The Los Angeles Chargers, I almost said San Diego, against the Jacksonville Kitty Cats. The Seattle Seahags versus the San Francisco Rice-A-Ronis. My New York Football Giants versus the Minnesota Vikings, and the Dallas Cowpies against the Tom Brady Tampa Bay Buccaneers, with the Kansas City and Philadelphia Eagles in the one spot so they get the bye, as we all know. Now, what my playoff preview is going to be is I'm just going to break it down game by game and see who's really, logically going to be the Super Bowl champion this year. I'm probably going to be wrong like most everybody else, but we'll see. Now, I see Buffalo wiping the floor with Miami. Miami doesn't even have a quarterback. They just happen to get in the playoffs because they played the Jets. That's pretty much it. Now we got Baltimore and Cincinnati. Now what's happening here is just a rematch of what happened last week, and the same thing's going to happen. Baltimore doesn't have a quarterback. Lamar Jackson wants out, which is something we're going to get to later in the offseason notes. I think Cincinnati moves on. Now, the interesting match, I think probably could be the game of the weekend. The Chargers, I almost said San Diego again, because I want to say like Schwarzenegger, goal, Chargers, goal, against the Trevor Lawrence-led Jacksonville Kitty Cats. Now, this is a Jacksonville home game, but it's going to be a tight one. I think Jacksonville pulls it out. Just a little bit of a better defense. Maybe the home crowd pulls in or not. I don't know what they're really going to help them at all, but I think Jacksonville gets by. Now, what it's going to be is the lower seed versus Kansas City. So that's going to be Jacksonville. I like Jacksonville. They're not there yet. Like I said earlier this season, I'm glad the Giants, we played Trevor Lawrence this year instead of next year when he really figures it out and they really have an offensive line. And that's going to be a dangerous team. But for right now, it's Mahomes. They're going to be right there. Now, then we're going to have Buffalo versus Cincinnati, which is a game we were supposed to have last weekend. Circumstances prevailed. Thankfully, Damar Hamlin has, as of right now, was released from the hospital and is going home. That's a good thing. So the game that we've all been waiting for, I think it's a Buffalo home game. Buffalo pulls it out. That crowd is going to be insane. That's a home field advantage that, really doesn't happen anymore. It happens a lot in college. Not many pro teams have that advantage. Buffalo has it. And I know a lot of people that are going to that game, and it's going to be crazy. I think Buffalo pulls it out, and they're going to that matchup that everybody wants. Allen, Mahomes, one more time on the big stage, and we'll see what happens. I don't know if it's going to be, I think it's going to be a neutral site because of what was happening. I believe that's what's happening. I think Kansas City still pulls it off. Because, and I'm telling you why, I think the deteriorated Buffalo secondary it just won't be enough. I think whoever has the ball last is going to do it. I still think Kansas City pulls it off. Now, in the NFC, I'm trying to do this logically and with my head and not with my heart. I think Frisco beats Seattle. That defensive line, Geno Smith's going to be running around everywhere. I think Frisco wins. The Giants at Minnesota. The Giants are playing terrific. They almost beat the Eagles with third stringers. And actually, Kenny Galladay showed up. Oh, my God. I can't believe that. Unbelievable. He was only 75 catches from his $750,000 bonus. Boo-hoo, Kenny didn't get it. Man, see you down the river. But I think the Giants will pull this off. In Minnesota, it's indoors, so you don't really have to worry about any adverse weather. You don't have to worry about, this and that. Now, it is loud in there. They did just play them. Minnesota won. But I think the Giants have learned from there. The defense is better. The offense will be better. They're going to see a lot of Daniel Bellinger. Jones will be rolling around. And you're going to see a lot of Saquon Barkley. And I think he's going to have an enormous, enormous game. I think the Giants move on. Now, going to the game where I hope nobody wins and we just move on, but because I can't stand either of these teams. The Dallas Cowboys, who I hate more than any other franchise in the entire universe, against the Tom Brady's. Almost said Tam Brady's. The Tampa Brady's. The way Dallas has been playing, they've been sputtering in. Nobody knows what's going on. The defense is just Swiss cheese. I think this is a ripe upset. I hope I'm wrong. But I think Dallas pulls it out because that Tampa defense I just don't know. Maybe they'll secure it up. Maybe they'll double CeeDee Lamb and he can't get anywhere. I hope that's true, but I think Dallas is going to scum it out. By the way, that's a phrase I coined a long time ago. Scumming it out, and I think that's what Dallas may do. And then we move on to the next round. So, Frisco will have to play Dallas, and the Giants will have to play Philly. So let's get the Giants, Philly. I think the Giants can pull it out. I think they figured some things out. Now, granted, Philly wasn't doing their whole playbook. They didn't run Jalen Hurts, but I don't think they really want to run Jalen Hurts. That shoulder, he takes one shot on that, and who knows? It could be a busted collarbone, could be even worse. So I think the Giants could get it done against Philly. I don't know if the offense is there, but I think they could get it done. So I have the Giants against the San Francisco Rice-A-Ronis. That offense is too good. You're going to have a healthy Deebo Samuel. You're going to have Christian McCaffrey, Kittle, Ayuk, and that Dallas secondary it's just not going to do it. I think Frisco has a better offense to play against Dallas's high-powered offense. So I think it's going to be the Giants and Frisco going back to the 80s, but I think Frisco pulls it out. They're the more complete team. The Giants' offense is not there just yet. So I think it's Frisco, and it's going to be Kansas City in the Super Bowl. And I think it's hard to tell, but I think with Mahomes, he's got Kadarius Toney, douche. going with him and all these other weapons. Mahomes somehow, some way finds a way, and I think Kansas City wins the Super Bowl. Now, if you agree or disagree, please let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like, share, subscribe. There's going to be a lot more stuff coming on. It's not just going to be a once-a-week thing. It's anytime event comes up, because they'll be talking about Major League Baseball coming up soon. College basketball starting to heat up. Here, there, and everywhere. Anytime there's a big-time movie, we can talk about it. Anything with music, anything that is going to just pop up, I'm going to say something. I'm going to talk about it. And you guys let me know what's going on. But again, please like, share, subscribe. Tell your friends. Tell anybody you know. And, thank you for watching. Appreciate it. Have a good night.